This one's gonna be a struggle for me, folks. Hello, Social Goons. My name is Alex, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And I am so very sorry for this, but at the time of this recording, the people have spoken. I am gonna keep on moving forward until I reach. I want to say it was part. It's part 17 where game audio finally comes back. I don't know what happened. I might have an idea, but I don't really know. Okay, I don't know how it happened exactly. I think there was a connection wrong with my capture card. I think there was, but I just don't know. Okay? So, unfortunately, you won't be able to hear Bentley's plans when we eventually, when we eventually get to them. You won't be able to listen to the cutscenes until episode, part 19, I think. But yeah, it's just gonna be a major slog. So I'm not really gonna do a lot of edits with this. I'm just gonna add music, and that's like really it. So yeah, apologies, but I don't know what happened. Majority has spoken on the community page. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on trucking through with what I got until everything kind of goes back to normal. Again, I am so very sorry. I have no idea how or why it happened. Like, all I got are ideas, but it's nothing concrete. So anyway, what are we doing now? Well, first, we're still trying to get Murray out of the prison, but there's a lot that we need to do in order for that to happen, and we actually did manage to do a couple of those in the last video. I believe it was a couple. No, actually it was. We did the code pictures, and we pickpocket the Contessa. So for now, we are gonna be blowing up another bridge. So basically, with this one, it's so that way some reinforcements don't come to the Contessa whenever we try to get Murray out of there. So yeah, it does last a little too long for my taste, because I was like, oh dear God, how long does this go on? How long must I suffer from this? But I believe for the flashlight guards, they only come in one, but the others come in like 2 or 3 sometimes. I want to say that's the rule. And whatever side Bentley is working on, enemies will come from the opposite end. So you have an easy path to figure out like what's what, right? Now, the idea is that you're supposed to use the statue places in order to blend in, so you can do some stealth takedowns and kind of give yourself and Bentley a little bit of breathing room. And for the most part, it works. It honest to God works. Though sometimes you do need to be quick, like what I was trying to do because of the flashlight guard. and I think this one only proves my point that that these guys only come in one. But I believe it's a one-hit wonder for Bentley. Like if he's hit like at all, then it is a game over. So, yeah. Anyway. So, this is a bit of an interesting formation. 2 bats and 2 wolves. Like, wherever heard this before, right? Oh, yeah, and they also do this weird little, thing where it's like, okay, so, do I risk Bentley getting hurt? Or do I just take care of him now and we basically call it a day? So I decided to go for the former. I'm not sure exactly how many times Bentley needs to do this. I want to say it's like 6 in total. I want to say that. I don't really know. But anyway. A lot of times, though, you want to go for the statue at the farthest end of the bridge. So that way you have ample opportunity to take care of any of the guards. So, yeah. And also don't really worry about if they have stuff on hand or anything like that. It's not important. But thankfully the bridge is out finally. Oh, right. Sorry. I was confused for a second. I wasn't really confused. I just wasn't paying attention. So we were trying to take care of the power system. Well, power to the security system in the prison. So that way we could, actually get Murray and, well, sorry if I don't sound very enthusiastic right now, because, well, I'm still like emotionally kicking myself for allowing this kind of crap to happen, and like I don't know, like I get that tech can fail, but this is the first time that I've had a lot of footage, let alone a single video's worth, just be completely mute. Like there's picture and everything, but there's no sound coming from it. This is the first time that it's happened to me ever. Okay? Like maybe I muted my software by accident, but that doesn't explain why 17, 18, and 19 work. Or at least I actually record. Did I actually record up to 19? I don't really remember, but anyway. And also me here just being like, why didn't I edit out a lot of this stuff? Because I don't know. Hold on. I need crap. Apologies for the noise. It's just my chair. It's very squeaky. I know. I had it for a long time, but I also need some water. 1 minute. Pardon me. Okay, so if I remember right, because I wasn't exactly looking at the footage, Sly was going on to a different thing that I didn't even want to grab, and that is a perfect problem with this particular level. But well. And actually here we're actually getting into like one of the simpler missions, but it's actually kind of the funniest, and one I somewhat intended to go for last. Oh, God, Sly's out again. I forgot that happened. I don't know why it keeps happening in this game. I don't know why. But anyway, so our job is to use those lightning nodes, right? They are basically conductors for excess power, so that way the giant attack robot doesn't get overwhelmed. Pretty smart idea, but there's a kicker. So there are like 2 outside of the prison, I think, like 2, maybe 3. And we are just like right next to one of them. So the idea is that if you see the platform turning red, that means get off it. Excuse me. Because it will do a lot of damage. So what do you need to do for the nodes? Well, you just need to turn 3 valves, sort of like what we did back in, Italy with, or not Italy. Sorry. I'm thinking Sly 3, Paris. Sorry. And I was actually a little bit worried for this one because like I was honestly kind of panicking for this one, like when's lightning coming? When's the lightning coming? I know you're coming. But I think it just happens a lot faster when you are the more things you the more nodes that you get rid of, the faster the lightning will get. So yeah, that's something for you. And I think you need to be in a specific spot in order to activate the valves as well. So that's also a little bit of a problem. But thankfully, when you do turn them, the roof is safe. So you won't need to worry about lightning strikes on that one. You just need to worry about the other ones. But yeah, I'm not too big a fan of there being 2 on the outside. Like, I thought I think it would have been a bit of a better challenge to try to find ways to get to the top of each of the towers in the prison, because like they seem to be like, you know, the most well spots for lightning. Plus, you know, lightning always being attracted to the tallest object. You know, that kind of works, I guess. But yeah, with all the enemies here, it can be kind of annoying, but you know. Oh, and yeah, this is where I noticed that it got a lot faster, and it actually hit me. I want to say that was the only time it happened, though I'm not too sure. I want to say it was. But anyway, that's just, that is all but one down, and, well, I also don't like this one because you don't have any markers. Like, the only thing you have is the lightning, right? Like, that is the only thing you have in order to get through this whole mission. And in my experience, the camera is not exactly the best at panning in any direction you want. I want to say, like, ironically enough, Sly 4, Sly Thieves in Time did this right. I want to say that because it's been so damn long since I played that game, because Sony just fucking refuses to release it on more modern systems. Do it, you cowards! Seriously, like, you did the first 3 Sly games. What's stopping you with Sly 4, okay? Like, we want more Sly games. We want more. I want more Sly games. Speaking of, I should probably figure out how to make that Sly reboot video. At least I gotta figure it out. Like, I know some concepts I'd want, and I know the gameplay style that I want, but I just like I just need to do it, man. Like, anyway, but yeah, thankfully we are almost done. But again, I gotta stress, there's no audio for this video except my voice, which I am so very sorry again, because like I think I'm very hard to listen to at times, like I don't know why. It just like I feel like I'm one of the most boring and just ear-grating voices that you've ever heard, especially at night, which is when I'm doing this voiceover. Because I think I found a system finally. But yeah, because like there was my favorite line is actually in this video. You'll be able to read the subtitles when it comes up, so and just gonna do that the once, and just gonna do a little bit of that. And with all 5 nodes out of the way, like I said, giant attack robot. I'm sorry, I love that line because, like, I told you so. You didn't want to believe me, but yeah. Let's on mission to the master raccoon thief, who apparently couldn't get off that simple rooftop in Paris without Bentley's help. Like, I don't know, just like, it's a nice little joke, being like, so it turns out Bentley was not kidding. There was a legit attack robot, and if we ignored it, we would have been screwed for the whole mission. But anyway, so now we get one of the more cathartic missions here, and I don't know why I don't know why the circle just doesn't want to work sometimes. I don't get it. Anyway, so now we get to play as Murray for a little bit. Yeah. So, basically, the idea here is that Sly and Bentley want to get Murray into solitary confinement, which basically, he is all by himself with, like, next to no stimuli or anything like that. But there's a problem. First of all, Murray needs to beat at least 50 guys in order to get into solitary confinement, and like, that's not the hard part. Well, it's challenging, but not overly taxing, if that makes sense. But in terms of a narrative, they've been forcing Murray to eat a bunch of spice, which I believe is technically the same spice that made what was it, Rajan famous? I want to say that, but anyway. So ideally, you want to use the room's death traps to your advantage, such as the spotlights and the spiked walls, and you can even throw enemies into each other so you can stun them, which I used a lot after after this particular chapter. Now, Murray is already pretty strong as is, and he will only battle the wolves as far as I can tell. And like they go down on like 2-3 hits tops. Plus, you can stun them with the thunder flop, but you gotta time it just right. Though probably the spike wall is definitely the best trap because it's a lot easier to use. You can kind of lure opponents in there, and just it's like I do a sucker punch there, but it's not very difficult, and it is kind of cathartic for me because like I just love knocking people around as Murray, because holy shit, do some of these guys piss me off a lot. Mainly the dogs, because they can blend into the environment, and also the bats because they're so freaking annoying. With all the sudden calls for help and all that shit, and the flashlight guards, like, don't even get me started. Really, the flashlight guards are just the same thing each chapter, just with a different coat of paint and slightly different animations too. But yeah, I'm getting a little off track. But anyway, this is not a very long mission, unfortunately, because I really do love playing as Murray, especially when it comes to combat. And also, I think at one point he said 27 or 27, 37, or 47 going to heaven. It's like a little auditory thing to be like, hey, I'm doing all right. So anyway, now that we've properly gotten Murray into a big enough trouble, he is prepped for the final phase of the operation. But we'll be taking care of that in the next video. And unfortunately, we can't hear the briefing, so yeah. I guess we'll just... Trojan tank. That's right. Basically, for Christ's sake, phone. It's all the way on the other side of my room. Sorry. Anyway, so one of the things that Sly took from the Contessa were, I think it was schedules or plans for a tank. And Bentley is going to take over it, but Sly has to go underneath it, so that way he can get into the prison, sneak around, and try to get to solitary confinement. But again, we will be dealing with that in the next video, and finally finishing up Chapter 5. And quite frankly, could not be any more happy about that. Though before I go, I did just want to say again, I am so very sorry about the audio issues. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. It just... I was... like, I considered... I considered just going back and playing the game again until I got to this point, but a lot of you guys were like, well, out of the few that I've seen here on my community page, are like, dude, just keep going. As long as you can describe what's going on, then that should be good. At least that's what I'm assuming. I know what happens when you assume, but that's like the best case scenario I can think of. So anyway, I think I've rambled on for long enough. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and every little bit helps. Though I don't really know how much enjoyment you'll get from this video because, well, it's just the same song on repeat and me just talking like an idiot. Until next time, Celestial Goons, remember, reach for